Yeah.
Better do a quick overview of the what you're going to be bringing to Melbourne in a couple of weeks. So let's just try and inspire some people to book in for it, because there's an early bird and there's a free ebook. What can you tell us about the presentation that's coming up?
Thank you. Yeah, well, the presentation will have, it'll start off with some intro type ideas around maybe things that are going on geopolitical levels, things that are going on with earth changes, solar flares, the kind of backdrop information that helps us to have a context of what we are experiencing at the moment in terms of the shift. And of course, it's all becoming more accelerated, it's becoming more exponential, and a lot of people are experiencing a lot of anxiety as their energy fields shift, as we're watching the global banking system shift, Greece and everything that's going on with all of that, as we're finding our politicians less and less able to rise to the occasion to lead us anywhere. And of course, it's time, their time is over. It's time for people on the grassroots level to come forward. So there's a backdrop thing. I'm going to be talking about some of the astrology that's occurring at the present time that's assisting us. But the main thing, I guess, that I'm really bringing forward are our own powers, our free will, our sovereignty, our powers of thought, our powers of emotion, the power we have within our own hearts, energetically, vibrationally, to be able to uniquely choose what it is we want to experience from that free will perspective. So not what any ideology is telling us, whether it's a new age one, whether it's a patriarchal one, whether it doesn't matter. It's more, what is it that we want to live, and how do we do it, and what's life like if we transcend all those old ideologies and boxes about what it is we can experience here. So big picture, macro and micro.
Yeah, the major basis of Magpie House, as you see in the background, is everything that we do, everything we create is based on a thought, a vision, right? And
Exactly.
if that thought or vision is somehow distorted, then everything below it is also distorted. Everything in our lives becomes distorted. So let's get it right at the vision level, because if
Yeah,
we don't, then what we do at the action level becomes a nightmare.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's also dealing with or healing the split that has come about through patriarchal linear religions and so on, is that we may have that vision, and you would know this as a yoga teacher, practitioner, we may have the vision. And then if within ourselves we have all kinds of imprints, ancestral memories, chakric imbalances and all the rest of it, we actually can't move forward. So for me, a lot of what we're talking about on the path at the moment, I mean, many years have all been about ascension and rising and, ascending one's vibrational levels and going to the fifth dimension and all of, and that's all great. But the point is, we actually live in a third dimensional
Yeah.
reality, second dimension, first dimension, fourth dimensional astral plane. If we are not actually getting our bodies right as such, if we are not coming from a place of worthiness, if we're not coming from a place of connectedness to the earth, then our finances aren't right, our relationships aren't right, our health isn't, it's not, we've got to blend, become one on a matter and spirit unification level. We've got to bring the transcendent into the immanent, actually onto the earth. And that's where I feel this next wave is going. It's about actually being here, not trying to escape and,
That's precisely the lines that we work with. In order to transcend the material, in order to get to the spiritual, we need to master the material and then transcend it. It's like a
yes,
ladder, and you can't just skip the rungs of the ladder. There's no shortcuts.
No way.
The
Yeah.
master material, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why we also look after the corporeal side of us. You know, we are a three-part being: body, mind, and spirit. And if we're just flitting out into the just the spiritual area, we're ignoring the basic humanity of ourselves. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
The big advantage of also working with the body is an extension of the mind. When you work the body, you actually work the mind as well.
Yeah.
And the body never tells lies, but the mind does.
Yes. Yes. Renowned.